Welcome to another episode of the Rough Tackle podcast, where we tackle everything Ghana Premier League as we recap match day 6 and also look forward to the upcoming matches, which is match day 7. My name is Mutala Yakubu. I've been joined by two individuals from one region, but I'm sure they are divided on football lines. Dela and Selassie are here to help me with the discussion. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I mean, to Heart of Lions, then Hoho United, which one do you belong to? Because it's from your region, so if you choose, which one do you?
Why pushing us?
Oh no, I'm just asking.
No.
Okay, for you,
I work with
nations. Okay, so we'll stick to that. What about you, sir?
I remain neutral.
But let's look at the match day 6 and what happened. I mean, match day 6 gave us some golazos.
For
the first time
Puskas worthy goals.
In a long time, we've not had two wonderful goals or two goals which are similar. And all could be nominated for the Puskas Award. Let's start with the game that was played on Saturday. That was Mediama against Samatex. Mediama thought they were going to continue their home dominance.
Right.
But the Uwa Dramani scored an unforgettable goal.
Yeah.
Even though Mediama equalized in the dying embers.
1-1 in the end. Yeah.
In the 1-1 in the end, 1 point apiece. Mediama were clearly not happy with the result, Selassie.
Yeah, I think in the end it was a fair result, but that goal was the highlight of the whole game. I really enjoyed watching that goal. It's worthy to be a match winner, but unfortunately it was not. So 1-1 in the end. I think Mediama are finding their feet at home. They look like a formidable force. And as you said the last time, home form is very, very important in the Ghana Premier League. If you can get a lot of wins at home, you are more or less there in terms of the top half of the table. So 1-1 draw for Mediama seems a fair result. They were on the back foot. They found a way to get back into it after that goal, and they salvaged a draw. So I'm not surprised by that. I expected them to win it at home. I was expecting them to win it, but it didn't happen. A draw, they'll take it.
I mean, if you look at Samatex in a whole, they are so unbeaten in this year's Ghana Premier League.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that they started with some draws, they've come good in the last 2 games. Did you expect that game to be very difficult for Mediama at the TNA Park?
Yeah, obviously. I think Samatex themselves, they play against nations and I saw the kind of football they played. If you're not careful, you use their first 2 games in the Premier League and judge them by that. But if you watch them play, you could clearly tell that they play some kind of good football. So personally, I was expecting a tough game. I knew they were going to make it tougher for Mediama. And if there are any team that will go to Takwa and be able to give Mediama a match, Samatex is one of them teams. Because if you look at their recent performance ever since they've been in the Premier League, they've been either fighting for the title or being like a championship beater. And it was a game that Samatex themselves, they were coming at the back of a good result, They were more confident. They knew that things would go well for them. For Mediama, they were still now trying to get back their status. All their midfielders were actively not available. Prince Owusu was now coming back, so he was obviously not going to start. So it was the best time to play Mediama, because if they had all their midfielders ready, it would have always going to be a tough game. So it was going to be, and I think Samatex took advantage of the chance they had. It was not even a chance out of nothing, a loose ball, and then he scored an excellent goal. And then Mediama has to come back from behind. And for me, it tells a lot about Mediama themselves, because so far this season, every game they've won, they've gone ahead to lead the game. Against Nations, they scored, Nations equalized, they came back to win. But it was the first time that they went down and they managed to come back. It tells a lot about them and their mentality. And for me, I don't think Mediama will be happy about the result, because a lot of teams haven't started well, and they look like the side have started kind of well. And if they had won, they would have been a lot of points ahead of other teams. And I think they'll be disappointed by the result.
So last, Mediama are targeting the Ghana Premier League. But the biggest worry for most of their fans is the fact that in the year that they won the league, they had a goal poacher up front, someone who scored 12 plus goals for them. And usually if you have a goal poacher, it means that you have 1 foot on the title, someone that can get you the goals. It looks like since the departure of Jonathan Soa, Mediama have not really had anybody to replace him. It looks like getting goals or getting one person who would score loads of goals for them, even if the striker can score 10, it pushes you up there. Do you think that could be a worry for them?
Well, right now they are leading the table, so they say that okay, they are on top, so they will not be so worried about that. But as you said, going into the
being on top of the table sometimes it makes you forget that you have loopholes in your team, eh?
Being the long stretch, you need to sort out that issue, and you'll be found wanting. You'll be exposed in the long term. So I think Mediama right now, you cannot make any more signings. You have to work with what you have, and they are doing right as it stands now, top of the league. 13 points, not a big margin, and they are not unbeaten. So it's clear that they can be beaten this season. I feel that the goal scoring issue, as you mentioned, is a problem in general with the Ghana Premier League. We don't have goal poachers or goals.
Why is it so? Because we have
I mentioned it the last time.
Good midfielders, we have top defenders like Asile.
It's the way our football is taught to the youngsters
from the
grassroots, small balls. So most of these players are midfielders coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, so goal scoring, there's no long range efforts. You know, we saw some good hardly.
So we are all amazed by what we saw over the weekend.
So it's a problem that starts from the grassroots. That's what I feel. And when you are training strikers, what I know is there's a special kind of boots that strikers used to train. Do we have that here? Do we specialize in training strikers, goal poachers? You know, once in a while, we'll have a striker like Asamoah Gyan. We'll have a striker like maybe Matthew Amwa. We'll have those kind of strikers.
Once in a blue
moon. So we are not intentional with the football development. So we'll always be found wanting in looking for a striker or a finisher. We are building players.
It looks
who are
like
mostly
it even
midfielders.
trickles down to the national team.
Yeah. So it will go.
We struggle to get.
Yeah, that's how it will be.
This thing just came back. Like, what is Asamoah Gyan doing? Make the guy open like academy for strikers. Eh?
It wouldn't be a bad idea because we've had Ali Jara set up a goalkeeping academy.
And Fatah Adada is doing similar for goalkeepers.
Oh,
maybe
okay.
Maybe just should try.
I heard he and
maybe something he's working on. We don't know.
No, Fatah Adada does that. He trains a lot of.
Maybe he's working on it. We don't know.
He should, because he's a coach already. He has the coach.
Yeah, he has his line.
You should just consider Konya Samoa's AstroTurf is there.
Recently, Samatex appointed Eric Bequin as a strikers coach.
Yeah.
It's something that is rare in our league.
We need to be intentional with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll keep on just.
Also, during my time at Dreams, we had Eric Gau as.
Yeah. Eric Gau, formerly of King Faisal and Heart of Folk.
Yeah, he was the strikers coach, and he was very helpful. Like some of the, there are certain things that are practical. There are some of the things that he tell the boys, and you could clearly tell that. See, it's not. If you are not there, if they teach you for school stuff,
you don't go know.
Like practice, like he go tell you practical stuff, how to control the ball. He go tell you something.
Then if I understand what you then Selassie they mean, it means that the football has gone beyond just having 11 players. Now we training on they are arranging goals.
You have to
specialize.
Then we play 11 aside.
You have to be specialized.
Because in past we didn't hear about set piece coaches.
Yeah.
We didn't know about set piece coaches.
We're not intentional. We just use vibes. That be how it was at times.
To be honest, I think
football is scientific now.
Maybe I'll use this.
It is very scientific.
I'll use this platform and make an special appeal to Baby Jet. Like he's the most decorated
striker we have at the moment
alive. Abedi is there obviously, but Baby Jets is Baby Jets.
Ghana's top scorer,
obviously. I think maybe based on his stature, he may not be able to move around that much, but the knowledge is there.
Yeah,
I think he should consider it. Start this
help.
Goalkeeping academy.
Strikers
academy. Start training.
He should
young
share
people.
his knowledge.
At least it can be once a week. Once a week, and I know he has money, but
the last few Kings we have had in our league came from one person, Steven Amankona, and even most of the goals he scored were back in Brekum. Now talking about Brekum, they were in action against Heart of Folk, going into a game against the Phobians. They had not won against them in like 5 games. Has did the double over them last season. They managed to again beat Brekum Chelsea by 2-0. Former Hearts coach Bodu is under serious pressure.
Yeah.
It looks like Brekum Chelsea are falling apart.
To be honest, I knew Hearts were going to give them a tough match, but never in my wildest dream did I ever think Hearts folk were going to win by 2-0. I decided have struggled to score
1 goal.
Their last 3 games, they struggled to get a goal.
Just 1 goal.
For them to score 2 goals, obviously,
and keep a clean sheet as well.
And also, obviously, against a Brekum Chelsea at the Golden City Park, a side where they struggled to win games there. So for me, I think it was a solid result for Didi Dramani. I think he was already putting the team together. What they needed the most was the ability to score goals because defensively they were solid, keeping clean. Obviously, they have a player who has clean sheets in his name, Benjamin Asari. He knows how to keep a clean sheet. If it's in the goalpost, you know that there's no goal he's going to concede.
So Asari had to forgo shatter first and be in the post for her to
Because I know that the people from Shatawale's camp wanted him to be
I think I saw a post from Shatter's manager that they needed him to be at the Shatter first, but unfortunately.
And there are people, like I know most of them, so I know
but
the guys.
we were talking about goal scoring. Heartofok have struggled to score goals, but scoring two, that must have delighted Coach Masudi.
Yeah,
and it came from your strikers, Maoli Wayo and Hamza Issa.
I think it was a good game. 2-0. When I saw the goals and saw the game, I was like, wow, 2-0, a clean sheet as well, and still unbeaten. Accra Heartofok and Kotoko as well are unbeaten, but they have played fewer games. So I think Accra Heartofok fans will be happy.
Have Heartofok considered any goal in this year's Ghana Premier League?
Considered a goal?
None that
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they've
because their first game it ended 0-0.
Yeah, 0-0.
Dreams FC.
They won 1-0 twice. Dreams FC.
Yeah, Dreams FC.
And
they've not considered a goal.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Because I'm trying.
Yeah, me too.
They've not.
That's a big.
Even against Heart of Lions, he ended goalless.
They've
not considered a goal.
They've not
Wow.
considered.
6
It's
games.
0. Yeah, 0.
That must be
That's a big. Yeah.
some form of a record for Masoud Didi Dramani.
Yeah.
And we were told before he came to us that his teams usually keep it tight.
Yeah.
And
Didi Ramani said he was working on the team.
Yeah.
The boys are listening to his instructions. They are following his instructions, and he's building something. He has said it several times in the press conferences, and it's clear that something beautiful is coming for Accra Heartofok. The Super Clash will probably be the acid test, as many people think. So I think it's in a couple of weeks. So we'll see how that one goes. But so far, so good for Accra Heartofok. No goals conceded, no losses.
I'm trying to check.
It's 0. It's 0. I just confirmed.
It looks like yes.
They've not conceded a single goal.
That's a big deal. Like 6 matches without conceding
their
a goal.
goal. That's crazy.
So week 1, Heartofok actually drew goalless with Hoho United.
It's 0. It's 0.
Then week 2, they beat Dreams FC by a goal to nil.
They've not conceded.
11 Wonders 1-0.
Saw them beat 11 Wonders 1-0.
Yeah.
Week 4,
Bichim
Heartofok
0-0.
drew goalless with Bichim United.
Heart of Lions
Week
0-0.
5, they drew goalless with Heart of Lions. And in week 6, that is an incredible record.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Heartofok goalless. They've not conceded any goals so far. That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
We often say that
Impressive.
defense wins you titles. But in the case of Heartofok, they are defending well. They are not scoring
I
enough.
think Kotoko as well haven't considered it.
Yeah, Kotoko
But
has
they
not
have played
considered.
fewer games.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
2 fewer games.
So they can,
but that is an incredible record.
Yeah,
them.
for-
if they can keep this defensive discipline,
I think they can
It
win
looks like they would get closer.
because I said that when Didi Dramani was appointed, I've said it here before that when Didi Dramani was appointed, Heartofok made themselves a title favorite by just appointing Didi Dramani because
He
of his
knows how to
experience,
win it.
where he has been before. He has won the Ghana Premier League before. He understands the domestic league, and mind you, he was the Black Galaxy's head coach in recent times. So he's basically, if you're looking for one of the coaches that knows the players in the domestic league, it should be him.
He's one of them.
So for me, I think all that has needed was to be able to find him to get the players to play his style. That was what I thought may take him maybe one season to get the boys to understand how he plays. But if it comes very faster, they will worry a lot of teams in the Premier League because obviously he has the experience, they have the quality. If he's able to get the players to
And
play
it looks
his
like
style,
that defensive partnership of Asibe and Ali Mohammed with Yaman Kwabefi, who is a makeshift right back, and Ransford at the left with Benjamin Asari in post. It looks to be working.
and they have solid midfield, I think they have.
Hussein and Abdul Karim and all those
excellent.
boys. But let's go back to Brekum Chelsea. Does Bodu stand the risk of being dismissed? Because it looks like things are getting tougher for him at Brekum Chelsea, and how to dig themselves
out of the hole they find themselves in. It's going to be a challenge. To be in the bottom 3, if I'm not mistaken, at this point of the season, you are already chasing. You're already chasing stuff. You're already chasing shadows. So many losses. I think he was under similar threat last time out in the season, and he found a way to remain in the league. He has to find some wins.
Well,
He has to
one
find
other
a
game,
way to win.
let's see. One other game that was live on TV3 and Omnia TV was that game between Gold Stars and Heart of Lions. Now, prior to, that game, Heart of Lions had also gone 5 games without a defeat, had very solid defense, had considered just 1 goal, but they were beaten by Gold Stars by 3-1. Dela, it was a game that Gold Stars could not afford to drop point because in midweek, they took on Bekum Chelsea. Then they will play Heart of Oak in match day 7. It's not going to be easy for them if they have not picked up a win.
Yeah, I think, and they have struggled with results, because of they played about 2 matches or 3 matches on the road.
Yeah, they lost to Vision and lost to Asante Kotoko.
Exactly.
And they do not have a substantive coach.
And so they have struggled with results, and also because of fatigue, obviously, because they were moving around a lot, it was going to affect them. But once they are settled and they were going to play at home, I knew it was always going to be a game that they would win, but not in that manner. Obviously, not to be able to beat a side that have been very excellent. They've gone away. They played 0-0 with House of Folk. Like Lions have been Kotoko 2-0. They've been excellent on the road. So for them to go against Gold Stars, a side that were not in their highest, best of form, and lose to them by that kind of goals was kind of. And the head coach, Bashir Ford, was kind of clear that. The players were swelling, and they said.
Yes,
the boys
got to them.
I was coming to
It started getting to them.
You think it's getting to them? Because I am trying to put myself in the shoes of the players who are making names for themselves. Ishmael Adu, H.A. Dogley. And I feel once I get the praises, that is why I need to do more.
Yeah,
so why would I
that
get
passage of play they did
But he was emphatic that the players are beginning to be swollen-headed and it's affecting them. Because
especially after that game versus Kumasi Asante Kotoko, where we saw that they could have or should have probably won. I think it was getting to them. They felt that maybe they've arrived. They are the dark horses, as they say in the Ghana Premier League this season. They had just conceded 1 goal and Gold Stars 3-1 in the end. I think I was a bit surprised by the scoreline. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought that Heart of Lions, if anything, they would get a draw because they were playing away from home. But Gold Stars had other ideas.
But they started the game the better of the 2 sides.
Yes.
Had some brilliant chances, but Michael Epson missed those chances. And the game turned on its head and they were punished.
That's basically football for you. You don't take your chances and you be punished for it. But I think as the coach admitted, probably it has gotten into their heads. They have not arrived. They are playing well. They had considered just 1 goal up until that point, but they needed a reality check, and they've got.
That is what Bashir thinks or feels, that they needed a reality check. To make them know that there's still work to be done.
You have to be unrelenting.
Because whether I like it or not, we are still in the early days of the season. It's not like you are leading by 10 points. It's just maybe two game, like 2.6, 3 points, just one result away. So you don't have to be overly confident and just play because you think you are Lions. And for me, I think their coach said, and maybe that's what caused them, because it was a game that obviously no matter what, they played tougher opponents than Gold Stars. And we all
thought Maxwell Kunedu had signed for Baby Gold Stars. That was a report out there. When I got to Baby, I had the opportunity of asking around. I'm being told clearly that Maxwell Kunedu to Gold Stars deal is off. And Gold Stars looks like they are going to bring an expatriate to come and coach them. They said a German might be coming in to be their new head coach. I mean, good for them. Let's go to Atapoku's team. Ediana. Atapoku's team, he said he changed the team. Everything about the team, the branding. But they are doing well on social media. We need to praise them. They are doing well. They are pushing very well on social media. Their updates keep coming. Emmanuel Mafo also scoring a Puskas, goal against Hoho United. Hoho also losing at home for the first time. Pressure on Tijani.
Well, I think for Hoho, I think I've mentioned it here before that I think there's something that they are failing to do. Because when they came, I thought they were going to make their home grounds a fortress and beat them because one is an AstroTurf. How many teams plays on an AstroTurf?
Yeah.
So you should have used that to your advantage. But so far, I think this should be their second defeat at home, which is not good. And Ediana Stars themselves has not been the Ediana, they've not been that vintage in as much as they've been good. So it should be a game that you should at least manage to get a result. But that goal was an excellent one and a goal that deserves results.
Yeah.
There are some goals that when you score, you need to win the game.
Between that one and a worse one, which one is better? I asked that question this morning.
I think the Ediana one caught my eye.
Solo also thinks Ewa was better because he didn't have the luxury of time to control the ball.
Yeah.
It was just a one-time hit, and this one had the opportunity of controlling it. But
and maybe the size of the pitch too. But
Marfo's one was a bit further than it was.
But also the truth is also that I think West's goal, the goalkeeper had a chance of making a save.
But he slipped.
He slipped.
So it's more like an error.
I will still go for the Adriana one.
Yes, it's more like an error on the goalkeeper's side, kind of, because if he had stood, he would have saved the ball.
Yeah.
But for the Adriana star, Marfo's goal, there was nothing that the goalkeeper could do about it.
Okay.
He just was a brilliant hit, man.
Selassie.
But I want to find out, how are we able to? How do you apply for the Puskas? Because those goals, man.
This morning I saw a tweet from Ibrahim Sanidara that he's going to personally, send that goal to.
So you need to submit it.
I'm sure you need to submit.
So they don't have people reviewing or looking at.
I'm not sure. I think it's down
Look
to
at the number of football.
I think if you submit,
you can task people.
you submit for a review to be done, then the goals are shortlisted.
Oh, so it's on
and
you
the best
to submit.
ones,
If you don't submit,
so Sunny said he was going to submit the goal. I'm sure we can submit both goals.
Yes, and fortunately for us, the other one is a bit very clear. Marfo's goals.
So maybe
because
there's a portal they submit all those goals.
I'm sure you submit to FIFA.
Interesting.
When it's open, you submit.
Whatever it is, we need to make it our project.
Our project.
Yes.
We've had one in there in recent times, even from the Women's League. Sandro Uso and Saifi, remember? We've had, I think, Michael Essien, 2009 that goal against Barcelona and all that.
But he's down, he was playing in. I'm talking about like playing
locally.
We've had, Brighton J was BBC. He was nominated for CNN goal of the week, but he didn't make Puskas. Well, for weeks now, you've been on the neck of Dreams FC and the head coach. Finally, Dreams FC won the game, beating Nations FC, the less Nations FC.
I was surprised.
I'm sure with everything that Winfred Dongon has done, this could be one of the most important 3 points because it could be a catalyst for him to go on
it could
and overturn their season.
They need to get a run going. They needed to get a run going, and thank you to Nations FC for giving them that run.
Yeah.
I think they were struggling, they were suffering. Dreams FC, despite their efforts, especially against Hearts to Focus well, they were very, very on point in terms of their chances, but the finishing was lacking. Other games did not go their way, but thankfully, they got a 2-0 win at the Tuba AstroTurf versus Nations FC. Thank you, Nations. But I think he needs to put his head down and build on from here. That's basically what he needs to do right now because they were saying they are close to that relegation spot. I've not looked at the table yet, but I think they are very close. It's still
they had played 5 games without a win.
Yeah, so
it was beginning to have an effect on them.
It's worrying. It was worrying, but right now they've gotten that win. I hope they can build on it. So
it was a weekend of teams getting some important wins. Bechemi United also beating Vision FC by 2-0. Nana Fosuji Abopa. I didn't think Vision were going to survive there. With how Bechemi them I make red.
They know they win match. They've been struggling. Looks like they were going to struggle this season. And Vision themselves, because Vision did not start preseason early.
Yeah.
And also the fact that their coach wasn't around. So they are still putting themselves together. So come on, there was no way they were going to survive that.
I fear for that Lamti.
The whole team, or not be only like
the whole 11 wonders. They are still chasing the first win in the Ghana Premier League. They drew goalless with Karela. They are not even playing at home, playing at the Swedo Sports Stadium. I mean,
it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all for Techiman 11.
You know why I
Legon Cities
because I have a feeling
last time we mentioned it.
Yeah,
we
if
talked about the home form.
Man,
yes, at least. The home support
even
would have
a season.
They should have.
The home support would have been integral.
When Alhaji Guza wanted to survive with King Faisal, he moved his whole matches from Kumasi, Babayara to Techima. If you remember that season.
Yeah, so I don't even know what to say about them because 6 games, 0 wins. I think they are.
And when teams begin to do that,
second from
when teams begin to show those signs, it looks like they are candidates for relegation.
Yeah.
But Toku Royals did same. Oh, you better go home. You better ebefa. Before they knew.
I don't know. Do they have any plans of going back?
They want
is it even possible?
Well, what we have been told is that they want to use the University of Ghana Stadium as their main home grounds. So now that maybe WAC has trade there and the stadium will be open, they would get back to the University of Ghana.
And would they get the support?
That is
you don't stay in the Ghana Premier League if you don't stay in the Premier League if you don't have a home. So for them, we are looking for 2 teams to join them to go on relegation.
It's a difficult one, but
it's going to be difficult for them. I wish they would stay, but obviously, because the other teams are...
The writing is on the wall.
Well,
6 games in.
Let's go to match day 7. Those are the matches that we are looking forward to. And there will be 3 live games also on TV3 and on Mia TV. We start on Friday where Heart of Lions will take on Baseke Holy Stars. A big one, Selassie.
Yeah.
Heart of Lions will want to return to winning ways. Baseke Holy Stars also looking for their first win.
Yeah.
Baseke say they cannot afford to drop any point at home this season.
Yeah, that reality check, it's over and done with. Learn from it, move on, get the 3 points. Versus Baseke Holy Stars, who are also struggling themselves. They are not in the best of shape. So I think Heart of Lions will be steady and then get their win.
Lions have just one tax.
I think this is a game that obviously Baseke will be expecting a reaction. And unfortunately for you are not playing against a Kotoko is a Baseke side at home. So once you are angry, you channel all your anger on Baseke. And it's a game that even if Lions were performing very well and they had no motivation, it's a game that they were going to win.
So these are some of the games that you don't leave to chance. You win at all.
You got to win. And I think now that they have an extra motivation after what happened to them in the dance park, they have an extra motivation to prove their coach wrong, to make the fans happy. And it's a game that they're going to win. It's a victory for them.
Then on Saturday, there will be Adriana versus Dreams FC. Atapoku says he likes the fact that there isn't a lot of expectation on the Adriana team and they are moving slow by sure. It looks like they are getting back to their old food. This time they are playing Dreams at the Nanajima Bedupa.
So that win for Dreams FC, probably they will also want to use it as a stepping stone to get more wins versus Adriana. Adriana as well are in buoyant mood. It will be an interesting game. Something we'll have to give in the end. So we'll see how that one goes. But I'm looking at an Adriana win. I think
we've talked about teams that could win the league. Do you think the pressure not being on Adriana is really helping them? Because this season nobody has really predicted.
Because they didn't really start well. They start home and lost a point. But because we are not even expecting them to be a title contender, we are just okay with any resource they put out. Because to be able to go to Holy Stars and get a resource is a big one. But it's more like a normal resource because we don't really have a lot of expectations for them. And I think they can let it work in their favor. People will just not be expecting anything from you and then you just pass by and give them good results. The most important thing is getting good results on the road because they've always been consistent at home. If they're able to get good results at home, they'll be fine. Last season, they struggled with home results, and that's what affected them. If they get some good away results, obviously, they'll be in good.
Clearly, the game of the week would be on Sunday. Heart of Oak back to the Accra Sports Stadium. With BNE Gold Stars. People say it looks like Hearts play under pressure at the Accra Sports Stadium.
They don't play well. I think at home, there's a lot of pressure on them.
No. How many people did Accra Sports
you don't get it. They're shouting. I was there 2 times. 3 times. Opening night versus Hohoi.
I saw you.
Yes. Then we were there for the other game.
I saw you against Lions.
Yes, exactly. Heart of Lions. And then the Techiman 11 Wonders game as well.
How many people they come across?
The way Heart of Oak fans are very demanding of some flamboyant football and a lot of goals. The shouting, the ranting. Even the game I went to Tema, Newtown to watch.
Against Dreams FC.
The fans are so demanding. The shouting. It gets to the players. They don't have to be thousands over there or 40,000 or whatever. It gets to the players and probably it gets to them and the style of play or the way they want to play. So I think that, yes, the home fans, despite their good intentions, might be inhibiting Heart of Oak flow when they are home. So I think, yes, it will get to them.
But what would a result against a team like BBN Gold Stars mean? Like how big of a result?
The reigning champions, whether I like it or not, forget about their CAF Champions League preliminary game. They are the reigning champions. So getting a win versus them will be very, very, very important for Accra. And I think this weekend they might finish on top of the Ghana Premier League.
Hearts, Gold Stars, big one. If Hearts of Oak win, they could find themselves on top of the league.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game. To be honest, like you can't just look at Hearts of Oak performance and Gold Stars performance and feel it's going to be a game that Hasbrook will just brush up Gold Stars. Obviously not. And I don't like the mantra that Hasbrook struggles playing at home. Like it shouldn't be something that they need to encourage.
But why? But have you actually seen traces of that where Hasbrook struggle when they play at the Accra Sports Stadium?
It's because you see the Accra Sports Stadium is more like everybody's home ground. Any team that comes there is able to be comfortable and play. But if Hasbrook can turn it to be their favorite, the Italian Inter and AC Milan play in the same venue.
Yeah.
But most of them makes it their home grounds whenever they are playing. So I think it's the fans, Hasbrook should be comfortable playing there. And they should forget about the fact that we struggle playing at the Accra Sports Stadium. They need to find a way and get good results. They know that against Gold Stars, if they're able to win against Gold Stars, it's a result that puts them straight on the league table. And I think it's a game that they would want to go and get the results. It's going to be a very tough game because for Gold Stars themselves, they know that if they're able to beat House of Folk, it brings them back into the title conversation.
Nations 11 Wonders.
I think we need results. Nations need some good results.
11 Wonders are also chasing their first.
Exactly. But once Nations are playing at home, I think it's a game that it should. These are one of them games where Nations FC should be able to get a good result because you are fortunately for you are coming from a defeat. And you need the results to bounce back. And you are lucky you are not going to play against a Kotoko, a House of Folk, or maybe like a tougher team like Heart of Lions. You are playing a relegating, cannot threatening team. So obviously you can't say every game is easy, but it's a game that out of 10 nations should fancy their chances of winning. I think it should be a game that they should just get the results to make their fans happy. Maybe get and try and score more goals to get the fans happy and bring the confidence again because the team needs some confidence in
the way the Hohoi fans are very demanding. If Hohoi United should go and lose against Samatex, it could spell disaster and doom for Christopher Enning. Samatex are the institute against Hohoi United.
Hohoi. They started possibly versus Accra Heartsburg this season. I think in that 0-0.
Charlie, everyone thought after that game, flawless victory for them. Charlie, it was massive.
I think they need to up their game because the Premier League, their aim realistically will be to stay in it.
Yeah,
to stay in the Premier League. Considering where they are coming from. So I think Hohoi United versus
and they are very aware of how tough it is to play in the Division 1 and try to qualify. I always tell people it's more tougher to play in the
extremely difficult. I mean, look at the championship. Yeah. It's very difficult. You play more games, heftier schedules. So it's going to be difficult. They don't want to go back down there, honestly. So I think that this weekend, the home support would be quite crucial for them. I'm looking at a draw though.
We come Chelsea. Then they move go and cheat. They will take on Young Apostles. I think two teams who are in dire need of the 3 points.
Yeah. And I think your man really needs the results. Samobodu really needs the results. I don't know. Last season, it was not really it was like an on and off season. If you watch them play, apart from the fact that they were able to beat Nations at home, they really didn't have good results moving on. And for me, plus or minus, it should be a game that they should go and compete. For Young Apostles, whether I like it or not, I think they've not been that bad. They managed to get results against Dreams when everybody thought Dreams were just going to get the win. Young Apostles last season nearly went on relegation and they would want to do everything possible to keep their form. If Boadu loses this game, he should start getting out. But it
looks like there's a lot of pressure on him from the Brekum faithful because they are expecting him to, challenge for the title.
Because if he loses this game, I want to check their next game.
It will be extremely difficult.
Yeah, if he loses this game, it will be hard for him to keep his job.
Vision,
their next game is
against Vision away, right?
Vision, yeah.
Vision at home.
They'll come and play Vision at home. Obviously, these are 2 games that you would want to get results. If you're able
at
to
least
get
6 points.
Draw, exactly, or a draw away and then a home a win, then you're able to keep your job.
So last Mediama would be at home again. They will be playing Swedro All Blacks. Ibrahim Tanko says he finished second with Accra Lions. It was one of his greatest achievements, but he would want to win the league with Mediama to really put his name in the annals of Ghana football.
I think if they win this weekend, they'll still remain top. Yeah. But I'm tipping Hearts of Oak to finish the round on top. But looking at this fixture, I think it will be quite difficult for
But
Sweden
Sweden
All
Blacks are
Blacks.
playing some wonderful football.
They are, but
Yeah,
is
but I
it
know they
enough
give them
to
results.
beat?
They're
Is it enough to go?
they are
to
playing
beat?
nice football, but
Mediama are playing at home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
They are
yeah.
playing at home, so I don't see how Sweden All Blacks will win this one here.
You don't think All Blacks can go
No,
and
no,
upset
no,
them?
no, no, no,
I
no,
don't think so.
no. I don't think
I don't think All Blacks themselves are good. They are playing some good football, but even at home, they are not really getting good results. How much more are we against a team that has an eye on the title? Look at the matches that Mediama have played and the opponents they've played and how they've managed to beat them. Those are teams that on any day will beat. Sweden All Blacks played against Nations. Nations beat them. The Nations went to Mediama and lost 2-1.
One team that has vowed not to drop 3 maximum points at home this season is Karela. They say that in Tamale, they have to win all the games. They are coming up against Bichim United. They've recruited well.
Yeah.
Karela are one of the teams that bought a lot of good players.
Yeah.
Blessege from Golden Cake is even with them.
Yeah.
Oseusu, formerly of Samatex.
Yeah.
And Tema Youth is with them. They've recruited a lot of good players. And they say that the Tamale Sports Stadium has to be a must win for them.
And they have an experienced manager. You know,
Yeah.
they have a Premier League winning manager who understands the league. They are good side.
Nudin Amadou.
Yeah. Last season they struggled because they are just moved from Kenyanasi to Tamale.
I think they even played some of their matches in Nalegu when the Tamale Stadium
was exactly.
so,
So they were struggling. I think now once they're able to find their
Stability.
form and the home ground stability.
And teams
obviously,
complain when they go to Tamale that
stressful, the
you do
travel.
a 15-hour journey, you go today,
And they don't use flights. That's the thing.
But them too, they come Accra campus.
Yeah, they come Accra more times. But one thing that helps them is that sometimes when they come to the south, they don't go back because maybe they have a game this weekend against Hartlepool, and next week they are playing Ho.
So they're able to play multiple games.
Yeah,
in
they
the
are able
same
to
vicinity.
play multiple games before they go. Imagine Ho United traveling all the way to Tamale. If the game is tomorrow, they must get there today because of, some issues. Then you play it tomorrow. So most of the teams have been complaining that they lose the games not because they are not good, but because
The
they are
travel,
You
the
go reach there, then you
stress.
tired.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. And,
But
and, and,
it's
and
not
as you
anybody's-
said, they go to the north. They are not similar games they play around there, so they have to come back immediately.
Usually when you go to the north, they are the only team up there,
there,
in the
exactly.
north. The closest to them has to be the teams in the Bono region.
Yeah,
The
Diana,
the young apostles in Wenchi. But Charlie,
Fatigue.
from Wenchi to Tamale, self, you know, be
No be small
small journey.
journey. Tamale they far.
Charlie, so it's been a good one, but so far 6 games played. Some players have set themselves apart from the other in terms of performance, in terms of even winning man of the match awards and all that. Which player has impressed you most in the 6 games that we've played so far, Selassie?
So far, I think I've seen enough of this Mediama team to be confident that they can't possibly go all the way. I think Mediama has impressed me so far. They're top of the table, obviously. But I didn't expect them to be toppers at this point. They've won the Ghana Premier League before, and it's not going to be new for them. But I think Mediama have impressed me so far this season.
Now, who has impressed you so far?
First, I think I like what Karim has been able to do with House of Folk, because last season he really didn't play some games, but he went with Didi Dramani and he's been like the top guy in the team. Also, I think I like what Bashir Hefo is doing with his younger post, which I should say Heart of Lions.
Yeah.
I think he has some good midfielders. I like midfielders. I like how they play.
Eche Dogley.
Eche and then
So you think they are the best midfield trio in the Ghana
I think so.
Premier League?
I think
at the moment.
Yeah, I think
Eche, Ishmael and Buama.
Yeah, I think so. I think Heart of Lions have the best midfield in the season, in the Premier League so far. Maybe they will come next to.
Is Eche that good?
Oh, he's good. Like a solid DM, like proper DM. He's good.
I was at the stadium on Monday at the dance park. I was sitting in the stands. I didn't go to the OB van. And I could hear the fans of Gold Stars talking about the fact that Rasta man no. Rasta man need you. You know he came from Banana Inn.
I know. I from Division 2.
It looks like these days there isn't much difference between players of Division 1 and the Premier League. They blend in so easily.
Yeah, I think
I've heard the Division 1 is quite more competitive.
yeah, the division.
Very
To be honest, the
very
Division 1 is more harder than the Premier
Very
League.
competitive.
The Division 1 hard for the Premier
Do you think the system that Bashir Hayford has built at Heart of Lions makes it easier for players to just integrate themselves into it?
I think so. Maybe he has a way of integrating the players. He has a way of putting them together to form an
You
understanding.
know why I'm asking you? Even Kojo Obin Jr. is playing well at Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way the guy struggle for half.
He struggled for House of
Even
Folk
Kojo
very
Obin Jr. is
much.
playing well. And I'm asking myself, is it not the same Kojo Obin Jr. who was at Heart of Folk and struggling?
Bashir for himself is a good.
He's a good
And
coach.
also, they are one of the side that really didn't do a lot of changes in their team.
Yeah.
You know, they have
Even
managed-
their back five.
Yes, they've
If you
kept
look at
a
their back
core
five,
of the
yeah.
team. So sometimes
NSA and Alban have played together for like 4 seasons.
No wholesome changes.
Yeah, so if you have the spine of the team,
They just added 1 or 2.
yes, anybody that walks into the team finds it easy to integrate.
Are they genuine title contenders?
No.
You don't think Heart of Lions can challenge for the title?
No, I don't want to say it. Maybe I should say it, or if not, Coach Bass should go if get problem plus me. Like, they're a good side, but they are not. They're a team that will do well, but at the end they won't win the title. You get what I'm talking about? They are more like a team that they play to survive, but because they are winning more games, they end up being one of the title contenders. But you expect them to be in the top 4, top 6. But they are not a side that they would say, they will hit their chest and say they are winning the league. You get what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens with them. But in terms of individual players for you, we've had a lot. I mean, six games, 6 match weeks. Is there any player that you can say has
Yeah, I
been
think Ado.
outstanding? Which Ado is that?
Ishmael Ado?
Ishmael Ado.
Yeah.
Brilliant player.
Yeah.
Brilliant
I've
player.
loved watching him. The link-up play in midfield with his teammates. Beautiful.
He's too intelligent. That is what I think. And anytime he's on the ball, he reminds me of just one player. Former Heart of Lions and Heart of Folk player, Obedansa. Anytime he's on the ball, it's as if I'm
He's
watching
good.
Obedansa.
He's good.
So I asked Daniel Nieje, the assistant coach of Heart of Lions, after the game, actually. And Nieje was like, this boy is brilliant.
No. Ishmael Ado is good.
Very good.
He's very good. The kid is good.
Still debate over Benjamin Asari, or it's done and dusted. 16
As in, like, is he a
against
good
Brecon
goalkeeper?
Chelsea. He wasn't tested that much, but kept another
Nobody
clean
come
sheet.
like I want.
I want to understand this. Okay.
What's the question?
Let me
Be
ask you this
specific.
question. Let me be specific. Is clean sheets? Is clean sheets the only factor that you
You have
can
spoiled the
use?
question.
You spoiled the
If
question.
you said
If you
only,
say
it's not
no,
only.
It's not
Okay.
only. It can't be.
Is it a major factor to judge how good a goalkeeper is?
Clean sheet is a team effort.
No, but is it a major factor to judge how good a
It's
goalkeeper is?
passed, but it's not a major.
It's just like
Then score this boy 20 goals a season, then score you 2 goals a season. How can you tell
I
me
always
that
feel
it means-
clean sheet is a team effort. The goalkeeper alone cannot.
Like
keep
if you're a
clean
good
sheet.
goalkeeper and you're in a the question is for the question
at
go
the
make
goalpost.
The question
Look
go
at
make,
how huge the goalpost is. How can you
see,
tell me the
see,
clean sheet?
the
is
question
just
go make with the
best?
look. The question go make with downplay Asari's clean sheet.
No, I'm not downplaying it.
So
Sorry, I'm not downplaying
Make
his-
I
his
explain
efforts.
it.
Make you explain.
The clean sheets, keeping a clean sheet in a game is an equal effort or
Team effort.
a team effort, and also
A goalkeeping
a goalkeeper plays a huge role in keeping a clean sheet in a game. If you're a goalkeeper and you are able to keep a clean sheet, it says that you're a good goalkeeper. It means that you're able to organize your team well, and also means that your team are solid defensively. So you can keep a lot of clean sheets, and that makes you a good goalkeeper. You can also concede goals, and it doesn't mean that because you are conceding a lot of goals, you're a bad goalkeeper. Sometimes the team you are playing against,
So
sometimes
like Atizigi, he concede goals.
Yes.
So it doesn't mean he's a bad.
Yeah, yes,
goalkeeper.
good.
It's the team, you think that is the team that he's playing?
yes, me, I've always said that for leave guy like that because the team.
So you are saying Atizigi is a very good goalkeeper.
Oh no, he has never been a bad goalkeeper. It's just that Asari is our number one
Why?
because he's been in the Black Stars goal post and he's been consistent with good results. That's all.
We are keeping clean sheets.
And then we don't win the matches.
and winning matches.
Oh,
No, you don't see. Nobody
We
should
had
get it
issues
wrong.
with goalkeeping.
Artistically,
We were conceding with our former goalkeeper. We were conceding, losing games and all that. They decided to give another goalkeeper another shot.
and he's been
He took
consistent.
to it like a fish to water.
so the contest of ball corner, so he's not made a lot of saves. Doesn't come in.
But
in at
no,
all.
ball, when
he
Barca
organizes even
Even people say, man is not watching.
Ball man is so.
I don't understand. How do you people
you want him to be like you are there? You want him to just be
They say about short corners.
Oh, how?
Scott Gillian said we say short corners, so now they're tested.
Mentality.
He must be tested.
So you want the keeper to be to be bonded?
As Chelsea did there like this, then Chelsea they go play my them. Prayer I say make the opponent.
And Scott made a statement before. He said that he hopes that this match, we are going to play Chelsea. He said he hopes that this match, Mamardashvili is not used or he's not involved in the game at all. He said that's his wish.
How is that? That's
his wish.
I didn't coach him. Offer strikers in Kwanko match. Ghana, Black Stars. We have a lot of strikers than defenders. Why the coach don't go put all the strikers for instance? He
wants to defend
because he wants to protect the goal. And he also say, well,
the bet settled here. That the fact that Asari doesn't make a lot of saves doesn't mean that he's not a good goalkeeper. Also, who wishes that a lot of shots will be played at him? Nobody.
We are not saying that he's a bad goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But as it stands now,
Asari is our number one.
That's our number one.
Until it changes.
Until it changes.
Yes.
He's our number one.
A need.
He's our
so you don't see a need to change?
For now, no.
Oh, no. Come on now. You don't have to change.
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Well, that is what Selassie is saying, that if it's not broken, you don't fix it. So Benjamin Asari debate settled. He's the number one. Otoado has said it that he's not going to change him unless the need be, or unless the goalkeeper trainer Fatah that tells him that, okay,
otherwise,
I feel this game, this goalkeeper should be in there. But this is where we can call it a wrap with another edition of the Rough Tackle podcast. Make sure that you, follow our social media handles. IG, it is Ghana Premier League _. Facebook is Ghana Premier League. X as well is Ghana Premier League. You can get the episode and also get some exclusive interviews and documentaries that we've done on that page there. And also watch our preview show every Tuesday at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and also the GPL build-up show at 5 to 6 p.m. on TV3, then on Nuya TV every Thursday at 9 p.m. My name is Mutala Yakubu. Thanks to Selassie and thanks to Dela for always being part of the show, and to you at home for doing the watching. Now see you for match day 8.